Yeah, hi there, Skystar. This is Michael from the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, and it looks like you just completed my independent practice test number 27, and this is actually one of the questions that appeared on the actual TOEFL exam. And I'm afraid to tell you the TOEFL has just killed you with this. This is a very tough speaking task. The question here is compare two schools that you attended. Use details in your comparisons. Here's where you fell off the cliff. In the beginning, you were going in the right direction. You said you want to compare your high school and your university in terms of teachers and facilities. But here's the problem. You talked about your high school as it relates to teachers. You talked to your university as it relates to facilities, but you didn't really compare both schools to each of those points. You see what I'm talking about? So what is your strategy here? Your strategy is, I would recommend, if you see the compare and contrast question during the speaking part of the TOEFL IBT, I would not try to compare the two schools with 2 points. I would only do one. So what you'll do is you'll say, in comparing, you say, I want to compare my high school, my university, in terms of the teachers. And then first of all, you talk about the high school and the kinds of teachers you had there. You can discuss their qualifications, their teaching style, or whatever you want to mention. But then when you get to the university, you also want to discuss teachers and compare them to the exact ideas that you just laid out in the first part of the speech. For example, see if this makes sense to you. Let's say you want to compare the teachers in terms of their teaching style. Maybe that's a point. Maybe you want to compare the teachers in terms of the assignments, the type of assignments they give, right? Let's say that. Let's see those 2 points. So what you have to do is you have to discuss the high school teachers and how they teach and their teaching style, and then you also have to discuss the assignments. And then you make a transition. You either say similarly or in the same manner, or you say on the other hand. If you use on the other hand, you're now going to say that the teachers in the university are different in terms of how they teach and what types of assignments they give. You see what I'm saying there? So with your particular speaking task, the way that you did it, I don't really think you used the appropriate compare and contrast organizational pattern to do that. So I'm going to say that with the speech itself, your delivery was actually pretty good, but I think you're going to have trouble with your topic development here. So you need to organize and connect your ideas better as they relate to the topic statement in the beginning. Now, the main thing is you should think about, what is it? How do we compare? What type of organization do we follow when we compare? Go on the internet and go to Google and type in the words, how to write a compare and contrast essay. Because you could also get this question during the independent writing task. So you could get it on the independent speaking task and the writing task. So I think it's a good idea for you to make sure you understand how to organize this type of either speaking or writing, right? So again, how to write a compare and contrast essay. Type in those keywords, pull up a few websites, and look at what organizational patterns we use to organize this type of writing or speaking in this case. So I want you to try this one again. I think this is important. Once you think you understand what I was talking about and you think you understand how to organize it, try this practice test one more time. Now I'd like to give you some feedback again on how you're doing here. I'm going to put you right now at 22 points out of 30, or 2.83 out of 4 on this particular practice test. Alrighty?